Okay, it looks like we're online. It looks like we're online. As always at the beginning, let me know if we do have sound, if we do have pictures, everything should be fine. Should be fine. Today it's gonna be epic. I would like to show you some of the presents. We won't have time to go through all of them, of the incredibly epic hybrid library Symphonic Destruction from Heavyocity. And it's quite cool as we do have the domain of Heavyocity at the moment. Last stream where I did the live composing for the Time Travelers, I used the production loop and the drum loop and all that stuff from Heavyocity. Wednesday I published the video of their free library, the Foundations Piano. Always Heavyocity, I do have it here today. It might suit quite well. With the wonderful Symphonic Destruction. So, the library itself has so much content that you can't imagine. And maybe from the walkthroughs that they did or from other details that you've seen, it might look a little limited as a library. It might look maybe as a one-trick pony. Believe me, it's not. Believe me, it's not. There are hundreds and hundreds of sounds and combinations in it. There is really good orchestral stuff in it, and then of course there's all this hybrid epic stuff which is the typical sound of Heavyocity. If we would like to have a quick listen to their scoring guitars, for example. This is the sound. This is the sound of Heavyocity in a certain way, which is natural to a certain point, and then it's completely outwardly sounding. So if we have a look at Symphonic Destruction, then one thing you see from the beginning, it's divided in two folders. One folder is the designers, and that's an interesting part where you really can lose yourself in sound design. The other one is the performers, and the performers are really interesting. But just to give you an idea, if we go into the designers, inside we do have the Symphonic Destruction designer, which is completely universal. We do have the Brahm designer, and we do have the loop designer. And the Brahm designer is something completely nuts. Just give you an example of some of the Brahms. It's a Brahm, but it's not your classical and finished. There's so much going on, so much. I mean, this one plays this one once in your cue, once, just to set an accent. This is not your typical Brahm that you might know from other libraries. So to explain you quickly what exactly is going on, there are three layers. Heavyocity calls it channels in this case, and you can combine them as you want. You do have the designer keys, which is 1 octave, and then you have the 3 octaves above the lows, the mids, and the tails, which you just choose. And you can obviously, if you go here, one thing that you can see as always in the stream, all the buttons and knobs and pages that there are within it. But this is what makes this library so outstanding to me, and I'm quite sure it will take me weeks to really learn it, to really write music with it, because obviously, especially with the loops, no one wants to press a key, hear a loop, and use this loop, because whomever is having this library might do the same thing, and where is your personal voice, then it isn't. So the cool thing about the designer, if I go here onto the designer page, I do have, you know, the 3 keyboards. One are the designer keys, the other 3 are the lows, the mids and the tails. And then just to give you an example, they start, you know, with C, 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 D, 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 C sharp. But for example, if I go here I do have all the mids. Here I have all the tails. And here I have the lows. So I can easily create my personal Brahm with this designer. So for example, I do like the bass on this one, but I don't like the mid, so I choose another mid, this one, and then I just click here and it's programmed. And let's go for another high. Let's place this high on this note, so I click here and it's done. That easy. You can... Hi Ricky, I see Ricky in the chat, I see my brother Fabio in the chat, and Kate Jones. Yes, Symphonic Destruction is really incredible. I have it since a couple of days. I'm still learning it. This morning I had a rough go through and I'm already in love with it. For the possibility to tweak around so easily and to create your personal sounds. This is what makes it so outstanding to me. It's not like, you know, you press a key and you have that Brahm like in many other libraries, and then you have to live with this Brahm or you have to avoid it. In this one you really create it as you want, and there are hundreds and hundreds. So at the moment I'm in the Brahm Designer, in the page full 3. There is the full one, obviously. So they are really cool, and for sure we will write a piece of music with that afterwards. That's so cool. And the Brahm 2, just to... Which obviously don't get fooled by what I said before. It's an octave, an octave, an octave. It's not only 8 sounds that you can choose from, because if you go here into the options, first of all, you can set where the keys are, you can set the pitch bend, you can set the velocity and that stuff. But obviously you really, you have the macro knob, like in nearly all Heavyocity libraries, but we talk about this in the Performer, then in the SD Designer. But here you choose from the various categories to place on channel 1, 2 and 3. So absolutely nice, absolutely nice. Obviously everything time synced. So that's the Brahm Designer. We will talk about that later. And then there is the SD Designer, the Symphonic Destruction Designer, and this thing is nuts completely, because even here you do have the 3 channels, which is the 3 layers, and then you have those sounds. There's the macro knob. Moving. You do have the cycle here. To easily create motion to this, and even here obviously browse, you have the category, traditional, hybrid, damaged, soundscapes and so on, the type, if short, sustained and everything. So you have all the sounds, and I don't remember how many 100 sounds there are, which you can place then on layer 1, 2, 3, and so create your own sound. And within the designer, obviously, you do have lots and lots and lots of sounds from them already prepared. So there are the factory sounds, there's the All-Stars, which Heavyocity's team created, and there are around 30. There are the damaged sounds, around 30. There are the effects and textures, the hybrid, the loop combos. So I think you get the idea. Crumbling waves. How cool is that? I mean, those sounds, which are in a certain sense natural, because all the samples that have been used for the symphonic destructions come from their other flagship libraries, from the orchestral sounds, the brass, the woodwinds, the strings, everything. So even in this one, if we go a little bit in the cycle, you get rhythmic elements to it, which you obviously, the cool thing is even you can set up to 8 patterns. So this is one pattern, you can set up to 8 of those and then say in which sequence they need to be played, so this thing doesn't get boring for sure. Obviously, if I would like to show you all of them, we would need a week. Something that might be even cool, obviously, I have here prepared even damage. So let's play a drum loop underneath. Yeah, and then go with the designer on top. I think you get the idea. That's really, really, really one nice library. And Blade Runner, yes, I found that using with more orchestral instrument works so well. Yes, Kate, absolutely. And what I like about it, I made some experiments this morning because who knows me, who knows my channel, and who knows my work, I'm such a huge fan of Project Sam. Nearly all the stuff that I do, I use the Project Sam libraries, and they match so good, so good. It's incredible how good these sounds from Project Sam and the ones from Heavyocity match. So we are still in the, because there was one that I found this morning. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Just a second. I need to record something. With this library, really, you could for days, I guess, you could easily just play around, and I'm sure it will take me quite some time to learn everything, but I'm absolutely willing to do it. That's a nice rhythm even. Okay, so we do have the foundation, we do have the ground, and now go with a piano on top. Who doesn't know it, check out, even from Heavyocity, Foundations Piano. Their free piano library came out on Tuesday. Fantastic stuff if you layer them all together. Richard, nice to see you. And I wasn't really sure today if I should have here my white wine, like when we did the live composing. The problem is that this stuff is way too epic to have white wine going with it. It wouldn't be believable. So I prepared something else. We will take it out in a second. Not so peaceful. There is one better than the other, and this is still in the factory All-Stars library. Blanca, the piano sounds great with Symphonic Destruction. Oh, it does. It absolutely does, because it goes in the exact same soundscape. There is something magical about Heavyocity libraries. I mean, one of the first ones that I got from them were the scoring guitars, and scoring guitars, unfortunately for me, is something like a love-hate relationship, because there is incredible stuff inside, incredible sounds inside, but just if I easily find an example, unfortunately, there are many phrases, which is fine, but I do remember that there was even stuff which was quite limited. Because, you know, this is way limited. Of course, it's a complete different beast. It's a complete different library. I did love their sound, and I used it once in a while. But now with Symphonic Destruction, it's a complete different story. Even if I repeat from their videos, you might get the idea, okay, there's a Brahm and there's a loop and that's it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because everything you can customize, you can tailor to your own needs, and it's incredible. I've been in the All-Stars category. Let's get a little bit in the damaged category. Even one thing which is quite cool, obviously, as you have it in the folders with the snapshots, like in Elements, for example, even. You don't have to load up anything else. The samples are all loaded, so big swells. I mean, that's a cool one. That's really a cool one. There's the macro sequencer, which in this case, this is a very nice example. For example, the macro sequence in this case is set to 1 time. So the swell, 1 time, and that's it. Obviously, even here you could send it to infinite and it goes up and down. Only by this one change you have or an evolving texture or a one-time swell. Here you can always set the rate, the length, the smoothness, the range, if it's straight or triplets. Another really cool detail, when we are going to the performance later on, you will see that the triplets, that's so nice. You can so easily create polyrhythmics, having things pulsing, you know, straight, and other things pulsing then in triplets. Nice stuff. Needs a cello top line to add tension. Yes, cello. Yeah, I can imagine even the Untamed series with this might be really great, 100%. Pedals are useful on scoring guitars. Works nice with scoring bass, but yes, exactly. The pedals, even here there are so many pedals. But it's different on this one, because here even the pedals, they are so much more customizable. Do you say this in English? I don't know. Big swell in the damaged category. Drone Groove Mystery driving Mrs. Evil. quickly. Now have this going on. Have this going on. Let's try something. Let's try something. I'm just curious. Okay, so we have this one going on. Then, yeah, again, let's take quickly a loop from Damage. Straight All Stars. What do we have here ready for? No, it's better fit to try more when you don't. Yeah, something like this. Let's make this quick just by drawing it. Okay, should be fine. Then the piano. This is the texture cycles. I like the raindrops in this one. Where are the drops? There was something called... okay, muted raindrops. Getting a certain shape, which I like. Just have to raise this a little bit. We raise this a little bit, and now tell me, what should we place now? Should we place a cello, or should we place a voice from Ethera Atlantis? You choose what we place. Meanwhile, I open up. Can you see it? Yes, my Augustiner, and this one, I found this one today. Listen, my mother gave this to me many years ago, and yeah, it reminds me of her. Unfortunately, she's no longer with us, so this beer will go out to her wherever she is now. And meanwhile, you decide if you would like to hear the cello or the voice from Ethera Atlantis on top. My hand was shaking today. It's not the perfect beer. Okay. So, what have you chosen? The cello or the voice? Yeah, Fabio, I know it's an Augustiner. I know I'm a dirty bastard. Choose. Choose, my friends, choose the cello or the voice. Ethera Gold Atlantis, I choose the voice. There we go. I like it. Really, this is so inspiring. This morning I was playing for 2 hours and I recorded something like, cello and voice. We replaced even the cello. You won. I think 10 or 12 cues just came to my mind, and I just saved them with names like Fabio before wrote Blade Runner or whatever. It's so inspiring. It's really so cool. And let's quickly get here then even the cello. It's called Cello Untamed, so it should be here. Hey, that's unfortunately the problem with the libraries. That you don't have in the contact player. Solo cello spurs, even this one is really nice. Westwood, there they are, because I renamed everything. Instruments, there we go. I found it. Again, that's such a cool move. I mean, it's marketing, and for sure it costs quite a lot, and a big company like Heavyocity can do this, but getting a free library in the Contact player where they have to pay anyhow the license for it, that's such a smart move. And thanks Heavyocity for doing it. I love that piano. I already made a very quick first impression video. Cristiano, hey, ciao. Vedi, oggi io c'ho la birra, l'altra sera l'avevi tu. Detune the cello slightly, yeah, why not? So another thing that might work fine here, those storms. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, we have to throw it away, because if I save everything I do with this thing, I will fill up my hard disk only with the cues coming out of this Symphonic Destruction. What a library, really, what a library. We are still in the Symphonic Destruction Designer hybrid around this well. There is the next cue starter. I would like to I would like to try something. Okay. And what's so cool about this library, what I love so much about this library, and I didn't even scratch the surface on the performance, that the sounds are still anyhow natural. You still get the feeling to hear an orchestra. I do love Jaeger. Jaeger is maybe one of the most modern orchestras that I have, and it's defined a hybrid library. But in Jaeger you do have the orchestra, and then you do have the electronic stuff for writing hybrid music, but you don't have an hybrid orchestra. In this one, if you listen to this, you can hear the strings with the collegno. You hear the brass there are others where you can hear string pizzicati and all this stuff. It's really incredible. Hi, new one in the chat. Hi. So let's just, maybe the only thing obviously with these time synced patches, they should be on the grid. Even here, something really quick with damage. Damage is another beast. There will be for sure one stream with damage. Hybrid cinematic, full breakout loops. Yes, that's one. Okay, because where I would like to go is just to combine this, as we said before, with the real orchestra, with the real natural sound. We will go in this case. It is so funny. My brother Fabio knows it. I'm working on a full orchestral classical score at the moment, and by this morning I needed to deliver the first layout, which goes to a singer now who will sing on top. Then we'll have a violin player playing on top, and then there will be the video. So yeah, sorry, 480p. I have a very bad internet connection. So I wrote it on my Patreon page. As soon as I raise a little bit of money through Patreon, that money will go 100% into my internet connection. So because I have a satellite dish here, that's the problem. So then I can get a better internet connection, and then we will have the streams even in full HD. So yeah, this morning I was working on the orchestral score, and then from this orchestral score, you know, with flutes and clarinets and all that stuff, I went to Symphonic Destruction, and it was really nice what happened in my head meanwhile. So but even here, I mean, this voice, you get it everywhere. You can place it wherever you want. Okay, but this wasn't what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do really is just take safe instruments. No, go quickly into Symphobia, take from the strings section the long notes from the string ensemble. Which the Sordino strings from Symphobia from Project Sam are still the most beautiful strings that there are, even 12 years later. Is this cool? Is this cool? Obviously, there will be a video next week how not to write a string arrangement. This was how not to write a string arrangement, but I'm live playing, so I'm excused. Now put reverb and delay on that strings. Now bring in string spiccato. some con Lenyo hits, boom, 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 and you have a cue which you can use for many things. Symphobia 1 and 2, 50% off at the moment. I know. And if you look at the browser, which you can see, I have Symphobia. I have Symphobia 3. I have Symphobia 4. I do have the Orchestral Essentials. I do have the wonderful adaptive runs. They're incredible, especially if you have to write real orchestral scores. Symphobia 2 is still missing. So I know it's 50% off. I think I have to talk to my wife. I have to be really nice to my wife the next days because I have to fill that gap. I have to fill that fucking epic. Yeah. Fabio, should I save it? Should we? It's not bad for something done live like this. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's say it like this. It's not bad. Symphonic Destruction. We are in the designer still, where you can create your sounds. We are loop combos. There are obviously a lot of loop combos. And now I'm waiting for the runs to be on sale. Yes, I got them during the Christmas sale. I think even there they have been 40 or 50% off. I think 40 because normally they don't give 50%. And the runs are a nice little tool. Obviously you can't overdo them. You have to know where to place them, how to place them, why to place them. But they are really good. And the adaptive sync, which Project Sam introduced with Pandora and then Core, which now is even in Symphobia, is just perfectly fine. If I found a little downside, if you don't have too many tempo changes. Unfortunately, I'm having problems when I have tempo changes, and especially with classical music and classical pieces. I'm working with a violinist at the moment, and obviously there is no 105 BPM. It goes like this, and there the runs, they really find their limits. But okay, for all the rest, they are really a time saver. The loops. Okay, chicken, get the runs for free. I mean, they are great. Because there are loops that are dangerous. We will find loops later on that are dangerous. Why are they dangerous? Because they are so easy recognizable. So just take them as an idea, maybe, as what you could do, but don't take the serial patches. Create your own patches, which is really a lot of fun anyhow. So yeah, something like this. Do the housework for a week to get yeah, exactly. Good plan. They did the housework. I mean, I already did a good job, to be honest, because I bought all the domestic robots that you can get. So I saved my wife hours every week, as she doesn't have to mop the floor anymore, or to how is it called? I don't remember, but we have a couple of robots driving through the house and doing fancy stuff. So yes, I already have a whole lot of plus points. But there's always to bring out the garbage or something like this. Even they are so nice. These loop combos, the textures, not so. Oh, we had it already. Scanners build. So take this on one track, on another track, start a rhythmic cue. And you're done, and all this with these incredible sounds. What I love so much about it, that they are so evolving. They are never still. They are never just there. They are always moving. One, obviously through the macro sequencer, and then even through the cycle features, which we will get into a second. Painful memories. Listen to this pad. As easy as it is, how much is going on there? And the macro sequencer in this case has a very low range, so we will open up the range a little bit for this. We go into the cycle. We even here with the 3 layers, for every layer you can switch on. You hear it already happening. This is the magic of this library. This is exactly the magic of this library. Don't fall for the really cool, good presets that they gave you. Click some knobs, tweak some faders. That's already a custom sound. This sound wasn't there before. This sound we created now. Even this one, and now go with the strings. Play the melody on the strings. Put some filter on the strings. Have a drum loop coming in. And then some really low booms. Like the low booms the Easter Island hits in Albion 1. Boom. Wonderful library. I meant to make even a review video or a first impression video, whatever. How long must this video be to really show everything that you can find inside and that you can do with this one? This is steady beating. Cello. There's again the cello needed for this one. Richard, is there a free alternative to the Easter Island hits? Not that I know. No, I'm quite sure. I do remember a live stream. Last year where I was talking about free libraries. And to get the whole thing started, I loaded up a patch from Jaeger. And Jaeger is $600. And my son, which is so funny, told me then, Dad, sorry, you're talking about free libraries. This one is $600. This is, on the complete opposite side of free. So I took a free library, a free synth. It took me half an hour tweaking around with the knobs and everything. And I got close to that pad that Jaeger had to offer. So quite sure you can take a free library. For example, the Ferrum free edition. from Keep Forest you could use. What I figured out lately, and I'm not really happy about it, all the free libraries from Keep Forest, like the Ferrum Free Edition or the Devastator Deathmatch Free Edition, all this stuff, you can't use it in commercial projects officially. So, okay. But take a sound from there and then go with the low pass filter and that stuff. Quite sure you can achieve that sound. Quite sure. I didn't try it because I'm lazy. I'm lazy and I'm not always having so much time. So I know if I need something, boo, we can load it up quickly because they are just what they are. I'm not using Albion 1 that much lately. Even if I was so happy when I got it, and it was for sure one of the most used libraries at the beginning, but then I discovered some phobia, and so yeah, that's the Easter Island. I mean, these booms. This one. This one too. You know, place them in the queue that we had before here. Boom. Really nice. Okay, we are still in the designer, which is already a beast where obviously even this one, it's always 3 layers. So I can mute, for example, I can mute 2, so I'm having on only the third layer. This is what the third layer is doing. The second layer is doing this, and the first layer is doing this. And then let's say I don't like this one. Then I go here into damaged pedals, straight big guns, no, Brooding Hero, Crypto Flutters. This one, I like this one, and that's it. I changed the patch. I switched on the other 2. And I have, again, a tailor-made sound. This is not a sound that is in the library just clicking using. Then if I go onto the distortion, the saturation, I can go here, the master effects, the Punisher button, the twist button. You can tweak around so much with this one, the distortion. It's getting loud. If it's too loud, tell me, I can then lower the volume a little. But you see, it's so easy to really get your tailor-made sounds, and this is what I always tell. They are cool out of the box, but don't use them out of the box. Do something personal with it, and then it won't be that easily recognizable. And obviously, I could go on with the Symphonic Destruction Designer 4 hours. Let's get to the next one, which is the Loop Designer. Let me read a little bit. Thank you. Try splash sound free epic drums. Can remember it's called War Ensemble. Yes. Yes, the War Ensemble is not bad, and even there with the low pass filter and that stuff, it might be okay. I forgot about this one. Yeah. So this is the Loop Designer, and even the Loop Designer is divided by straight or triplets or performance. And even there in the designer, as before, you have 4 keyboards. One are the designer keys, where you decide, if I play the C, what should be triggered from the lows, from the mids, and from the highs. Nice, obviously, that for every layer I can set the panning. I can obviously switch them off, because there's one thing that I don't like. I don't like this one, but that's me. That's me. That's a motif that is recorded in there, and if I can use it, everybody can use it. But that's not a problem. I go here. I do have the low traditional, the low hybrid, the mid damage, the mid hybrid, the mid motif. This is in the mid motifs. Then, for example, I can just change this to high hybrid. You see, it's only a pulse now. And I can live with this pulse easily, which is here. This one. I like this one. So, on this one, I would like to have this key. So I just program this key onto the first. I switch on the other ones, and I created my own loop. You see, now there's not this again. Now it's completely usable, and it's not right away recognizable. So do these tweaks. Straight. All traditional. We will talk about these repetitions in a second. We do have the all damaged. Because these sounds, they come from the performers, and the performers are divided in traditional, hybrid, damaged, and this stuff. But I think you get an idea where this library is heading to sound-wise, and it's a beast. Now a Brahm, and then a nice melody on top with a piano or whatever. All motif, just to give you an idea. You wouldn't use it. I mean, you wouldn't use it. Except, you know, your friend is asking you, sorry, I would like to do something on Facebook. I need something underneath. Can you do it? Yes, I can. You press a key, you send it to him, he will be happy. And you spend exactly, what, 1 minute? It's completely different if your brother would ask you this. If your brother would ask you this, you wouldn't use it. They are cool, but take them as an idea. Don't use them. So, let's leave the designers and go into the performers. Because for me, personally, the performers have been the huge surprise. The huge surprise. The performers are divided into many categories: traditional, hybrid, damaged, soundscapes, traditional pedals, hybrid pedals, damaged pedals, and a surprise. And if I start with the traditional, in the traditional I do find sustains 1, sustains 2, shorts 1, short ostinato straight, short ostinato triplets, swells and crescendi. So maybe you get the idea how many hundreds of sounds are in there. And I will just start with traditional sustains 1 and be prepared for a surprise how soft and how orchestral this library can sound. Quite sure you didn't expect something like this from Symphonic Destruction. I mean, this is symphonic. This is way far from destruction. This is incredible. Which obviously, if you would... now a nice swell, timpanis. There is nice stuff. You do have in every performer 8 different sounds which you can key switch on this register. No, on this register. Where is it? There's it. Okay. So that was the first one. It's called Subdued Trams. Emotive Woods. Even this one. I didn't even, there's the space, I didn't even switch on the delay and the reverb. Let's switch on a little bit of reverb on this one. And then yes, as Ricky wrote, go on top with the piano with this one, or whatever. What I was looking for is you don't have it in here. You do have the mix, obviously. You do have the... No, you do have it. The performance. You do have a dynamics sequencer or a gate sequencer where you can set the rate and the steps and the smoothness and the range, straight or triplets. And now listen to this. Obviously I can... no, sorry, I did a mistake. The mouse is getting drunk. Okay, now I have to learn this. Exactly. This is what I wanted. I like the sound. I really like this sound because it's so familiar. It's an orchestra, but it's not an orchestra. So what is it at the end? The next patch, Up in the Air. And I think Heavyocity didn't stress out enough the symphonic part of Symphonic Destructions. These sounds are magical, really magical. It's the lyrical strings. Start with something like this, and then get, as this goes on, something in like boom, 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 boom in the bass, and some Colenio hits on top. It's so emotional. Symphonic Destruction, it's pricey. It's a little bit on the pricey side, but it's so definitely worth it. In my opinion, it's worth really every penny. The lush strings. Chris, hi! What a pleasure to see you. We were doing a race at the moment, it looks like, with our videos, who's presenting what first. But you're the better keyboard player, the better piano player, so you beat me for miles, you beat me. Check out Chris' channel, Implied Music. Absolutely, absolutely. Scammer groups. And this is what I said before. That's the Heavyocity sound. Exactly. It's thick and it's in a certain way artificial and synthy. But you still can anyhow recognize the orchestra in it. They did magic with this library, in my opinion, 100%. Into the forest. And this is what I would like to show really for this library, which me personally, I underrated it, the symphonic part of it. The symphonic part of it, if you would like to write something a little hybrid, which is not the classical orchestral score. I told you before I was doing some really classical, I mean, it was the most classical stuff that you can imagine this morning. I mean, I had clarinets and flutes in it, and a bassoon and that stuff. But there will be something we are working on, you know, with the real violin and those sounds. And it will be really interesting. I do have some ideas already because I have been in the studio and I heard it for myself, and it's goosebumps. Analog orchestra, obviously, even here, if you put on the gate again. Oh, I'm safe. Chris, if you don't have that library, then I'm safe at least for one video. Okay, we are in the traditional, and this have been the sustains 1. Then obviously there's the sustains 2. Another really cool thing, as I said before, the performers, you key switch them. So you go through the sounds with the key switches, but obviously it wouldn't be Symphonic Destruction if you wouldn't have the chance to choose exactly from the drop-down menu on what key switch you want, what sound. So you don't have to have a patch with 8 sustain sounds or 8 short sounds. You can combine them as you want, just for your likings. So we have the wispy vox, we have the ancient strings, the shimmer strings. If I do remember well, they are nice. No, it was not the sound that I was looking for, but then the wind song. Even here, obviously, the gate sequencer if you want it. And the smoothness. I would say nice stuff, absolutely. We will go into the shorts, the strings and woods. The sitar strings, the hidden treasure, and the strings and woods 1. Okay, we are still in traditional. Okay, I didn't even go into the other categories of this performer, the shorts, and now it's getting interesting. We do have the shorts now, and there opens up a new menu on the shorts. So this is the orchestral staccatos. You choose how many round robins, from off to 2 to 4 to 6. You can see on the page which one is going on. And now comes a cool thing, which is the repeats. I can say how many repeats I want. Let's say 2. They are obviously time synced. Let's say 5. Honestly, seems like you could build a cue from just one patch. You can. Chris, maybe go back. I think I can't reproduce it now because I changed. No, we changed too many things. I did it before, and there's a cool video on the page of Heavyocity where they do exactly this, where Neil creates one patch for a whole cue, just combining these details. So I had, as I said, the repetitions, and as I said, there are time synced. So I can say in this case 8th notes or 8 triplets. Let's leave the 16s. Really cool that I can say the accent, no accent. Okay, or accent diminishing. How useful is this? Crescendo. Studio channel opening theme string is similar strings, which I love here. Repeats are very useful, absolutely. Put the accent on the 3rd. Then I have to find it now. I lost it because there was the possibility for the repeats. I know exactly, no, infinite. Press keys, obviously not at the same time, then you get this polyrhythmic in it. So yes, the repeaters, absolutely nice, absolutely nice. You do always have your gate sequencer or your dynamic synth. Richard wants, yeah, absolutely. No. Look in the chat where there is the most wanted secret agent. There is, how do you say? I don't remember the English word. On his head. They want him dead, not dead or alive. They want him dead. He's the public enemy of Spitfire Audio. Chromophonic, very nice to see you. Today I don't have the white wine because this library is way too epic for white wine. So today I have just German beer. And you can adjust the volume of the accent or make it swing. Yes, exactly. Here you do have the swing or this stuff. So there is so much that you can choose, that you can do. And this is only the orchestral staccatos from the traditional shorts. Let's switch this off. This is the orchestral and piano. It's even quite Gary Colegno. There you need the repeaters, absolutely. Having a German beer too, I can imagine. I'm very lucky. I've been in Germany last week and I brought with me Augustiner in the car, which is my absolutely favorite beer from Munich. Before watching a live stream, I have to hide my credit card. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, better to don't get Symphobia 2, because once I have Symphobia 2, then obviously I will have to show it the same. But anyhow, if you don't know the YouTube channel from Chromophonic, check out his channel. He's doing incredible stuff. Technical stuff. The videos are cool. They're really cool, but the technical knowledge that he's doing and the sounds that he is creating and then offering for free download, check it out. Discover for yourself. I don't want to spoil it too much. Missing my favorite Dunkelbier from Bremen. They do have quite some. Ja, da gibt es ja gutes Dunkelbier. Ich meine, im Endeffekt, wenn du Bier magst, ich finde auch in Köln, auch wenn diese Gläser in Köln so lächerlich klein sind, aber auch das Kölsch hat was. Und also, ja, Bier. Ammendorfer. Auch gut. This is the airy staccatos. Would you expect something like this in Symphonic Destruction? I don't think so. Impressive library. This is called Inconspicuous Holiday Spirit. Was a nice one if I remember well. Instant cues, out of the box. I had a dirty old bastard English ale yesterday. So take the Brahms that we had before. Take the Brahms, which is what they publish, what they say. Yeah, this is what we do. And you say, okay, that's Symphonic Destruction. That's a one-trick pony, and that's it. Or take the SD Designer. I don't remember which patch we're having on, but okay, listen to this and then go to the Performer, where you have this sound going on. You wouldn't say it's the same library. Mystic Bells. So, traditional shorts there are. Then even with the effects, they did a good job preparing even every sound already. With some effects on them. And as I said before, take those ideas and make something out of it, which is yours. Then, sustains. We went through both sustains, I think so. We went through the shorts. We are still in the traditional folder. Keep that in mind. Let's go for the ostinati straight just quickly. with the repeaters. And then we leave the traditional folder and we go into the hybrid folder. The Space Chopper is the first patch in here. That's another one where I can imagine a pulse underneath, then boom, 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 something like this. But there is so much to discover, so much to discover. And on every page, I'm just going through the presets. I could go on to the envelope, the EQ, the filter, the mix, the performance where you have the dynamics or the gate sequencer, or the space where I could switch on delay or reverb. Falling robots. Metallurgic. Ridley Scott, for example. I place delay and reverb on this one, and not the medium hall. I go for the cave diver. This one will keep you occupied for days. Uneasy tremors, peaceful AI. Where is it? Ah, yeah, this one is peaceful, obviously. Cyber Angels. And we are only in the sustains 1 from the hybrids. Then there is the sustain 2. The Gremlins. We will go quickly into the shorts. I don't go for the swells and crescendi. We had them before a little bit. Alien Attack. Give me the repeater on this one. Give me the... Fuck. I want the delay on this one. With 16 triplets. Can I get them? Please. Yes. Very nice samples, but the playing style helps quite a bit. Yeah. If I only could play, then yes. this one is a nice one, isn't it? That's a really nice one. Frozen Tales. Ooh. Nice. Even this one, where was the... Sorry. Nice one, even this one. Wow. Hybrid. We're leaving hybrid, we're getting into damaged. In damaged, obviously, it's the same story. You have the shorts with effects, the ostinati, the sustains, and the swells. Yeah, it's getting again destruction. Yeah, that's, for example, that's such a lame Brahm. That's a 3-year-old Brahm. But it's there. Why not? Let's check maybe the swells in the damaged. I like this one. I like this one. Wow! Combine this with Sunset Strings. Where you leave the note and they go in all directions. Shit, I should write this down. I should write this one down. I have an idea. Broken chips. The creeps. Evil grain. Sustains. Okay, we are in the damaged section. After the damage, there are the soundscapes. They have tonal and atonal soundscapes. Is this nice? The Cyborg 2084. And I didn't even get to the surprise yet, because there's a surprise in this one. There are traditional pedals. Straight 2. Woo! No, they're not meant to do something like this. No, that doesn't matter. I can't play for Toffee, composing something, but it's just up to you. Implied music, and maybe change that a little. Yeah, implied music, this is where you see someone that is really capable of playing the piano. That's a complete different level. That's a complete different sport from what I do. The Protein Shake. nice, even this one. We are in the traditional pedals triplets. Okay, and after the traditional pedals, we find the hybrid pedals. This is exactly what I said before. With a library like this, the cues, they just come out of your mind. The last one is missing on this one, okay, but even here we go suddenly right away for a rhythm. Okay, and again we have for the choice. No, the cello is not there anymore. Now we have the Symphonia. Why do I love Symphonia so much? I have no idea. Do you get the idea where this thing is going? This one. Come on, it's not bad. Ah no, sorry, quit here. I have to place the first note on the A. Okay. So, we have been in the performer, we are in the hybrid pedals, and now I come to the surprise, because I should near... Damaged pedals? Okay, we didn't have the damaged pedals yet. I know that I'm repeating myself today, but this is exactly the hybrid sound that I love. I don't have the orchestra and the hybrid elements. I have it already in one sound. So difficult to define. So what am I hearing? Am I hearing strings or not? Am I hearing a brass or not? The big guns. I mean, it sounds shit on this pad. But take, in this case, maybe a French horn patch or something like this. Or even a Colegno strings. Wow. Hero. Thunder Pulses, they sound cool. Doom Hammers. Whoa. A lot of stuff going on in this one, a lot of stuff going on in this one. And the Crypto Flutters. I like this one. Okay, and now, finally, we're coming to the surprise, to the big surprise. I mean, obviously, if you have seen videos for Symphonic Destruction already, you know what I'm talking about. If not, be ready for the surprise, because here they are, the damaged guitars. Let me see if I can get a riff. I think so. No. I mean, this is cool. This is cool. This is really cool. And here even you have the straight with the effects. You do have the triplets. And then you do have the straight alternatives. So I suggest in the one that we recorded before, we bring in some guitar. I mean, it's not the Shreddage series, it's not Hydra, it's not the guitar that you really can go for. But you do have some guitar riffs just underneath your fingertips. How cool is that? How cool is that? And here, obviously, same story, the gate. The velocity. And I think we are through. I think we are through for today. I hope I could give you an idea what Symphonic Destruction is. It's not only the Brahms and the loops and the big stuff. There are so many nice orchestral sounds in it. There are so many nice hybrid sounds in it. And everything is tweakable and it's modifiable. And endless possibilities to get really, really your tailor-made sound out of this. Hundreds of possibilities, an incredible library. As I said, yes, it's pricey, but in my opinion, this one is worth the price 100% for the quantity. Leave alone the quality, that the quality is good. We know this from Heavyocity, but the quantity even of these high quality sounds, they are really good in this library. And then yes, if you combine it with damage too, there is not much that you can wish for. Then if you would like to go into the epic direction, we had even the Foundations piano. I repeat it again, it's for free. It's even for the free Contact player, so download it from the Heavyocity site. They really made a very nice present to us all. Let's add this. This one, the Foundations piano is really cool for that kind of music. Obviously, if you're going for the full orchestral where you do have your flutes and your clarinets, then maybe the Gentleman is the better choice, but the Foundations piano is really cool. And I would say, yeah, that's it. As I said, if I find the time, because I'm quite occupied now with this orchestral project, but I hope so. There will be 2 videos next week because I already scripted them, so I just need to record them. I have the ideas ready. One will be, as I had before here from when I played in Symphobia, how not to arrange your strings. How you have to play it in as a keyboard player, but that's not how strings should be arranged. So I will talk about this, and then maybe I would like to show another little tool that you could use. I even have an idea to show you this, and that's it. Thanks for your time. Thanks for being with me. Thanks, obviously, for all the fun that we have normally in the chat. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you like stuff like this, then subscribe. But I think you all are already subscribers. And have a wonderful weekend. Make good music always. And see you in the next video or live stream. Bye-bye.